Oh, okay. I've been meaning to tell you guys about this. 2 nights ago, Shroud had a birthday party. Shroud turned 31 years old. Happy birthday to Shroud. Feels birthday man's in the chat for Shroud, friend of the stream, Shroud, who we are going to do a bro vs bro against at some point. We actually even talked about it. And I was invited. Yes, that's why I'm bringing it up. I was invited and I went along with Cutie to Shroud's birthday party. And, you know, I show up and I find a bunch of other streamer friends who are at this birthday party. And Shroud has, great home, but importantly, a pool. And I didn't bring a swim trunk. I didn't even think about it. A few of the people at the party start coming up with this idea to hop in the pool. Now, context for Shroud's 30th birthday party, nobody went in the pool except for one. Me. I jumped in with my clothes on because I was dared to. And I was the only person to jump in the damn pool. This year, the vibe seemed to have shifted. I think the water heater was on. It was quite warm in the pool and really, it was almost spearheaded by someone you guys might know. Do you guys know Fuslie? Leslie? She was the one spearheading the idea to go into the pool and riling people up and basically creating a crew to do so. And it ends up being Tarek, Elam, Toast, and John. A Spooky who all go in the pool. I'm hearing all these people go and I go, you know what? If I could borrow a pair of Shroud's shorts, I'll also hop in with them. It sounds like a nice time. So we all hop in and we start shooting the shit. You know, we're talking about, all sorts of nonsense. I'm trying to get Tarek to go to Wii Spa with me. He's saying, bro, stop trying to ask to see my penis. Really good conversation there. And then who comes over to the poolside but Leslie. Leslie comes over to the pool. She goes, hey guys, what are you doing? And we all look at each other. We're like, well, we're chilling in the pool. She goes, okay, do you guys want to get out soon? And we're like, it's only been like 10 minutes. We'll probably be in here for a little longer. She goes, okay. And then she walks away. And we start talking again. I'm talking to Toast and he's like, if I made 30K from that GM stream, how much did you make? Before I could tell him I wasn't going to answer the question, Fuslie comes back over and she goes, hey guys. And we go, hey. And she goes, probably time to get out, isn't it? And we go, no. And she's like, what if you got out in 5 minutes? And I'm starting to get the idea that she has FOMO. Now, to be fair, the life of a woman is much harder to lead than the life of a man when we talk about getting into a stranger's pool. Because I can just get a pair of shorts from Shroud and hop on in. But she wouldn't need a bikini and it'd be much harder to match the size of it. Like I can fit in basically any size shorts, doesn't truly matter. Her ass is much higher and it's much more involved of a process. So she never hopped in and I think seeing us in there, made her envious, even though it was her idea to get in the first place. So we say, we're going to chill in for a bit. Sorry, we'll come out in a moment. She goes, okay. Then she comes back over again. And at this point, we're deep in a conversation about how it wouldn't be appropriate to get rock hard at a public onsen to make your meat appear bigger because everybody would just make fun of you for being hard more than everyone would be impressed for the size of your penis. Really in-depth discussion here. Really, struggling with the qualms that really mankind has not yet dealt with. And she comes over yet again and she goes, okay, so when are you guys getting out? How about 5 minutes? And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, she's trying to have a couple of drinking buddies. Tarek and Elam were throwing a couple shots back. She's trying to hang. She lost her drinking buddies. I get it. And I said, Leslie, I'll tell you something. It's actually kind of chilly in this hot tub. And if you can help, go talk to Shroud, tell him to up the temperature of the hot tub a little bit. We'll get out of here in like 15 minutes. And that's a guarantee. And she goes, oh, okay, I can do that. And she scattles off and we sit there. And, not to complain about sitting in an awesome hot tub, but the temperature was equivalent to the temperature of a bath when you're ready to get out. It is cooled down at this point, right? It's not that awesome warm temp when you get in. It's like you're almost not getting out because you don't want to deal with the cold air on your skin, not because it's super awesome and warm inside. It's I love that word. It's tepid. It's tepid. Well, a few minutes pass and Leslie doesn't come around. And I say to them, dude, you know what she probably did? I say this like literally as a joke. I go, she probably goes to Shroud. She says, drop the temperature a few degrees to freeze us out of the pool. And then 5 minutes pass and the pool gets colder and a little colder. And I go, what? Do you guys? And eventually I think it's like Elam. And he kind of breaks this knowledge we all had, but we're somehow scared to say. He goes, guys, is it colder. And we're all like, yeah, it is a little colder. It did not get warmer, which was our expectation. We thought it was getting warmer because that was the deal. Shroud comes over. Shroudy Rowdy comes over and he goes, sorry about that. And bear in mind, it's this guy's birthday. And I'm like, sorry for what? And he's like, I didn't realize we had set the hot tub to 103. That is crazy hot. So we dropped it down to 98 for you guys. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, no, Leslie came over and told me it was scorching in there. And well, I'm just sorry if we made it a little too hot. I just set it to a number I thought was right. And I go, Mike. And he goes, call me Shroud, please. And I go, sorry, Shroud. That's insane. Because we want the opposite thing to happen. In fact, we were thinking, guys, am I right? It was a little bit cold in the hot tub. And he goes, what? And I was like, yeah. And then I got back up and Terry was like, yeah, it's honestly, dude, honestly, it's a little cold, no? And then Toast would hop in and he'd be like, guys, it's a 6-pack. And then I was like, well, can you maybe make it 106 degrees? And he goes, that's so weird. Leslie must have got it wrong. And he goes off to increase the temperature of the tub. And right after that, you know, we call over Leslie. We go, Leslie. She goes, what? We go, hey, funny conversation just happened with Shroud. And she goes, oh. And she, honest to God, tried to freeze us out the hot tub so that we would get out to hang out with her earlier. Something that I predicted she would do in a small, dark, evil crevice of my mind that sees the worst in people. And boy, did she smash that part out the park. God damn! And at that point, because he had made the tub colder, it was taking so long to heat back up, not just to the temperature it was, but to a hotter temperature that we just got out. And you know what her first thought is when we get out? Yay, let's get drinks. Son of a bitch. She won, bro. She won. And I'm in this tepid water at this awesome 31-year-old man's birthday party, wishing I never damn went in. Because the only reason I went in is because of Leslie. Anyway, she's on hood watch now. Leslie is on hood watch. Mark my words. So she's mean. I wouldn't call her mean because of this. I would say she is a conniving
Ludwig
drunk.
is like my older brother, trash at everything he does, but we support him.
What was that? She's a conniving drunk. She has almost, what do you call them? Schemes. That's a great word. She has schemes. She's a schemer. I think manipulative is too aggressive. I think the stakes are too high for the word manipulative. I would argue this is more of a scheme. This is like something Dr. Doofenshmirtz would do. It's mischievous what she does. It's mischievous, like a cartoon villain. A plot. It's a plot. It was a plot. I don't know if I would go as far as to say dastardly, but it was a plot. Surely it was a plot. She's a mustache twirler, like Osama bin Laden. He did have a mustache, a little different. Slight, tone it down a little bit. Just a little bit under that. Keep Osama in mind, go one notch below. Maybe KSM. Anyway, party was fun. Shout out Shroud. Happy birthday, that boy.